Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Let me know in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear, if the stream is working good, if you can, or if you have sound, if you can see my screen. Just let me know in the chat box. Drop all clear, drop a 111, doesn't matter, just something, so I know everything is running good. There we go. Test 1, 2, 3. Let me know, guys. Yes, perfect. Everything is working good. All right, amazing. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Let's first start this morning session with a habit we had in the past, and we used it a lot of times. And in my opinion, it's one of the most powerful things you can do, and that's starting your day with an attitude of gratitude. All right. The moment I started using this little trick, it completely changed for me. All right. Sometimes I woke up and I could immediately say, like, nope, that's not the day for me. But because of creating this habit, being grateful, being happy and grateful with what I already have in my life and what I'm achieving, it put me in a position to always stay positive and have the inspiration and motivation to keep on going after my goals and dreams. All right. And keep on helping a lot of people, of course. All right. So let me know in the chat box, why are you grateful on this beautiful morning? It can be the most simple thing. Don't search it too far. Being grateful for waking up this morning, being grateful for the opportunity of trading, being grateful for the people around you who are supporting you, being grateful for the shoes you can wear, the food you have in your fridge, and all these kind of things. These are all things you can be grateful for. We are in a beautiful position that we can wake up, open up our fridge, open up our I don't know, we just can take food. All right. A lot of people, they wake up and they need to worry about it. They need to think about, how am I going to eat today? So please be grateful that you are in a position and you have the privilege to just wake up, go downstairs, make yourself a coffee, get yourself some breakfast, without even thinking about how to get it. All right. So let me know in the chat box why you're grateful, and then we can start this amazing session. Grateful for my bed I can sleep in every night. Such a simple thing, but that's so powerful. All right. That's something not everyone has. Okay. I'm thankful for I'm thankful today for your sessions, for good hearts, and for waking up this morning. There we go. Waking up with the sun shining, the ability to use the chance, and morning coffee. Let's go. That's exactly what I mean. All right. I'm also very grateful for the good weather we have here in Belgium. It's getting back. The summer is slowly coming back to us, and it's always more or a more happy time for everyone. So yeah, I'm excited for the next upcoming weeks and months. All right, so good. Let's start and talk about what happened yesterday with all the different price traps we had. We did have a lot of different price traps because of the internet connection problems. I wasn't able to record. I wasn't able to do my full session. So I shared every single setup into the Telegram channel. But there isn't really something that happened. All right. We had a lot of big movements, but not the movements we were looking for. All right. So the very first one is 80 NZD. We see that we broke out this night. So let's see if we can get back for that retest and create some price action, or create that higher low to follow up this uptrending market that we were looking for here on AUD NZD. So I'm 100% going to keep this one because it's looking pretty clean. If we can get back for that retest, and if we can get our proper retest in. Like you can see, this uptrending market is happening for a long time already. We had some beautiful opportunities during this uptrending market. Let's see if we can keep following up this this trend and start breaking these highs also. Okay, so let's see how it will develop during the day. All right. Could you please check what went wrong here? I think I should have waited on a break of structure. Let me check. But first, I will also review, of course, all the different pairs we were looking for. Good. So gold. Yesterday, gold. I was looking for gold, and I put these arrows on because we did have two different opportunities here. All right, and I'm still looking at the same exact thing. Okay, so we do created this new support level, right? We already broke this low, so this support level, and I'm basically waiting for the market to get back to the supply level to then start moving down again. All right. So this is one of the opportunities we can look for. So that's 100% a zone that I will be looking for. And then, of course, we also have the breakout retest to the downside. You could say like, yeah, but bro, aren't you looking for this high to breakout retest to the upside? I do understand why you would look at these kind of things, but if we follow structure and if we just simply put the basic market principles up front, we see that we have this break of structure on the 4 hour. It's clean. All right. If you're doubting about certain highs or lows, and it's a little bit, how do I say, not clear for you on the 1 hour time frame, it's a lot of things going messed up. You can always go to that 4 hour time frame to have a more clear view of what's happening with the structure. Okay, so this is now the 1 hour time frame, the 4 hour time frame showing me that we still have this supply level that has a possibility to just get taken out and then moving to the downside. Of course, we could also just break to the upside, but to really get my confirmations in that the market wants to go up, I want to see this high getting broken. All right, I'm not going to put it on the charts. I'm only interested in the sell for today, maybe tomorrow, of course. But at this point, this is what I want to look for, and I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm also gonna leave the chart like that with the new support zone, with the opportunity to create a retest here or a lower high here, and of course the opportunity for the breakout retest to the downside. What would you do if you're already running golds? Where would you place your stop loss? If you reacted here on one of the price action points or right over here, you should be placing your stops just above the structure that the market has created. That's the rule we are using with Pricetrap. But of course, there is that possibility that market will go to that supply level. If market takes off from this point, good for you because you're taking profits. But if the market does spike higher into this supply level, just know that if the market respects this level and creates price action, you can still react as long as we respect market structure. Okay, good. Euro USD. Let's check what happened here. I had a chart on Euro USD. Yeah, the thing is, so we have the Pricetrap rules. Okay, so let's first talk about that. We have the high, we have the low. Market broke below and then gave the retest. This is the kind of fast retest we can say. All right. This was already also before the session already happened. So this yesterday on the session, if you saw this opportunity, you should be running it already from the night before. All right. But then I see that market breaks out or pushes lower, and then you want to react on this kind of like retest. But if you watch your chart, this is your zone of support that is broken. So which zone needs to get broken or needs to get retested before you react? This zone, of course. And you reacted way before this, all right? Well, our support zone is up here, and you reacted right over here on the downside. You always want to wait for a retest back into your zone and not earlier, okay? So that's the little mistake you made over there. Right now, we're almost back in that zone. I believe we can push a little higher there to take out like the liquidity we have seen right over here. But in my opinion, I'm just going to delete this chart. It doesn't look like anything right now, okay? For GN, same thing. I'm just going to delete this chart. We had this fast breakout retest. Of course, market kept on going and never came back for that retest. I was looking for the market to get lower, getting back for that retest, but this didn't happen. So we basically just delete this, move on to the next one, okay? I see what I did. I drew another small trap below the trap you have. All right. This is something else. If you have this support zone, of course, your retest was in. It is a pretty late reaction. That's something I want to say about it, because if you take a look and you focus on this little supply zone over here, you reacted all the way down on this, I think 30-minute candle. But to be honest, No, okay. Let me check. This is a 15-minute time frame. Okay, this is 15-minute. I take my words back. All right, this is the perfect candle you could react on the retest of that supply zone. Okay, but I'm not interested in this chart anymore. It doesn't look good, right? We want to see this easy and clean breakout retest. Like for example, 80 Canadian we have seen last week. Break retest, so clean, nothing too crazy going on, and that kind of stuff. Okay. So if we take a look right now at Euro USD, does this chart look that clean? Nope. So we just move on, delete, move on, and we will find some new opportunities for today. Pretty sure about that. So Euro NZD a little bit the same like GN, USD Canadian. We did get back to that retest, or we did get back to try to get back to that retest, but we never triggered this zone. So yeah, no opportunity there also. Would be this a wrong entry? Let me check. What I'm gonna do with you, Cat? I'm gonna delete it right now, and I'm gonna check if I'm coming back on this pair, yes or no. All right, okay. Are you looking for ADNZD for a deeper retest, or just retest zone? Yeah, it depends on how you react on the price traps, of course. You can simply look for a retest to this zone. This is a beautiful demand zone where the market could potentially react on. I would love to see the market getting lower, of course, to fill up imbalance zones to take this demand zone over here. But it depends a little bit how you are reacting on your price traps. If you're reacting on price action with the candlestick patterns, the EMA 50, and so on, then it doesn't matter. Once you get your retest alert, you simply follow up every candle and candlestick pattern. Okay. Euro USD, would this be a wrong entry? At this point, like I said, I want to stay away from this chart because I just don't like what I'm seeing. It's a little bit messed up. Well, what's happening on Euro USD? Okay, and I don't want to get. I want to have clean price traps, guys. This is one of the things that are very, very important when you're trading, is being strictly or being picky in your charts. All right, like not reacting on every single chart because you get an engulfing candle, but you just want to make sure everything is in place. It just falls so perfectly in place, and then I'm going to react on the price traps. Okay, so be picky in your price traps, which one you want to react on. Right now, Euro USD, I'm going to open it one more time just to show you. It just doesn't look good. All right, if we open up this chart, it's yeah, it could be that market will just go to the downside from this point, and congratulations, enjoy the profits, but I just don't like what I'm seeing. Okay, that's it. Yeah, of course, it's your own decision, of course, what you're doing with it. But I'm personally just staying away because I don't like the chart. I think that is pretty simple, right? Okay, we have 80 JPY. This one took off crazy, waiting for some structure to get created, maybe to fill up the imbalance the market created because of this news. This was news, guys. We had JPY news like yesterday or the day before, and it was something massive, all right? It was very, very important what they were talking about right over here. And I think we see it on the charts. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna delete 80 JPY for today. Euro JPY, same exact thing. Like I said, JPY did some crazy things. I'm just gonna delete it, wait for the market to create some structure, and then we can use these charts again. Good. This one is a very, very interesting chart. So two options. I think you guys know it already. If you're following me for a long time, you know what I'm about to say. So the very first option is the retest of our price trap from yesterday, correct? Price trap zones, there we go. So the retest is the very first option. I know I'm drawing that resistance zone. So getting lower into this price to then move higher to follow up this uptrending market would be a best case scenario. What also is possible is, of course, the market taking off from this point and breaking, retesting our resistance zone. So these are the two options I'm looking for. If you want to look for a reversal, so for the market to go to the downside and not follow up that 1 hour uptrending structure, I want to see this low getting broken, because this is the last point of structure that created our higher high. Makes sense, right? GJ, of course, I'm going to delete this one. The JPY pairs really went crazy. We did had some buying GPYs opportunities last week. If you're running these twin trades, you're making some good profits. All right, and then we have Canadian JPY, same thing, massive shoot up to the upside, breakout, but never came back for the retest. What I'm basically searching for here on the JPY pairs is simple. I just want to see the market create some structure, okay? Once we have that, we can trap it, we can use it, wait for the breakout, wait for the retest, and we're good to go, okay? Can you show an example with the new way of reacting? Interest rate Japan became neutral after being negative since 2007. There we go. That's the reason why we see JPY getting this weak, because you see the JPY rising. Like you guys know, if the pair is rising, the JPY is at the second, I don't know how to say, the last pair of the two. And because of that, the market is shooting up like crazy. But this is why, all right? The interest rates of Japan became neutral after being negative since 2007. All right. Angelica already knows what I'm going to ask. What I want to ask is, do you guys have price traps? Are you guys looking for some pairs? Let me know in the chat box, and I'm going to review all the different pairs and look for myself if we have some price traps for today, yes or no. And can you show an example? I'm not going to do that today, maybe in the future, but at this point, not. All right. So good. AD USD. Let me check. What are you looking for AD USD? Are you looking for the retest? Or did you trap it again? Let me check. NZD USD. I see this pair coming like 2 times. Yes, NZD USD. Very clean price trap. Very easy. Very obvious also. A smaller one, but very clean. Beautiful how the market reacts in the past. Let me know if what you're looking for AD USD. I'm just curious. I don't want to draw anything or share my vision. So I just want to know what you're looking for. We're here to grow. We are here to learn, of course. So don't worry to make any mistakes. Mistakes are there to learn from. I know in the past on school, we got learned that mistakes are bad because once you made a mistake, you had to stay longer on school or that kind of stuff. Well, in the real life, it's different. You have to make mistakes to grow or in order to grow and achieve your goals and dreams. Okay. Break support. There we go. So which pairs do we have more? Euro AUD. Let me check. I see Euro AUD coming by a couple of times. The people who sent out Euro AUD, what are you looking for? Are you looking to trap it again? Or are you looking for some retests? Let me know in the chat. You trapped it again. Okay. Personally, I'm gonna not trap again AUD USD because we are like in the same position with Euro USD. Like it's kind of the same. It's not the same, of course, but it's kind of the same chart. I would rather see this market retest and start dropping again than having that breakout to the upside, looking for the retest to the upside. Okay, so the breakout retest to the upside. That's what I'm looking at. What I'm saying. That's not really the last point of structure that will cause an upside movement. If we are looking at the last point of structure, it would be this one over here. All right, because just follow up the structure: high, low, lower high, this lower low, lower high, lower low. This one isn't confirmed yet. If we drop from this point, this is the lower high. But at this point, this is the last point of structure. So this needs to get broken if we want to see the market getting higher. Okay. So just letting you know what my vision is, but I'm staying away from this chart. Okay. Okay. You trapped Euro AUD again. I would do the same with Euro AUD that I'm looking for on GA. Because what we see right here is the low, higher high. Maybe this is our confirmation for the higher low. This could be the retest where the market will just shoot up from this point. That's perfectly possible, of course. And then we still have also, if market shoots from this point and doesn't come lower, we still have this resistance zone that we can use for the breakout retest to follow up this small 1 hour uptrending market. Make sense? For the people who noticed it, I'm really how do I say it? In the past, I wasn't too concerned about the trend and that kind of stuff. But last couple of weeks, I'm really focusing on following up the trend, and I see it's way better, and my win rate is way higher just by just focusing myself on the market structure and how the trending market is going. All right. So I know I have less opportunities. That's one of the it's not bad because having one trade a day is more than enough. But you will see by using Pricetrap like this, you will have less ideas who are ready, but the win rate is getting higher, and that's something very interesting. Okay, so test it for yourself, back test, make sure to get on the charts, and train your eyes on it. Okay, so like you can see, GA and Euro AUD are basically a little bit the same here. Okay. Let me check what we have more. Euro NZD. Okay, this is a very clean new trap that we can use. There's a big difference between Euro AUD and Euro NZD. Euro AUD has created a higher high, which confirms this low. If we want to see the market reverse, we need to break this low. All right. So now we are basically waiting for a proper retest on Euro NZD. Good question. Good question. I like it. The reason why I'm not using this wick, do you remember when I'm trapping? So if we would trap this, for example, already yesterday, there's one thing that I always say. If the market rejects massively from this wick or from this point and goes back down without giving you a 1 hour candle close, I'm never adjusting my zone. I'm only adjusting it the moment the market attacks my lows again, because then my high gets confirmed. Okay, that's the reason why I don't use this wick and I'm using this little zone over here. Okay, makes sense? Yes or no? Let me know. I've said this a lot of times. Now, of course, it didn't happen. How do I say it properly? It didn't happen while we trapped the market already. All right. I explained this when we already had the market trapped. Now the market wasn't trapped yet, but if you just follow up what was happening here, we rejected. We didn't attack the lows, so I'm gonna just use that same high because this high could be the confirmation of the high. All right. NZD USD, I already checked that one if I'm not mistaken. Yes, because I trapped it. Euro AUD, I checked it also. Euro NZD, yes, sir. Euro USD, I've already said it. I'm just gonna stay away from that chart. I'm not interested in Euro USD for today, because I just simply don't like what I'm seeing. Okay, AD Canadian staying away. All right, AD NZD looking pretty good for the retest. Okay. Euro Canadian messed up chart, massive consolidation here. Euro pound, this pair, I do like Euro pound, but when it's in a modus like this, you just want to stay away from that. All right. Euro NZD is in for the retest. GU, nope. Okay, very clean. Let me first move on. I will get back to GCAT. Okay. Someone said it out, NZD cat also. Yes. Yeah, I'm getting back to what was it? No, it was GCAT I was looking for. GN I personally don't like. GN I'm gonna stay away from that. Okay. Which pair was I? Oh, NZD cat. So much price drop yesterday and not a single idea that triggered or that was interesting. This happens, okay? In trading, you got to be patient. Sometimes a trade or a day not traded is also a winning day because you didn't lose anything. And it's also a winning day because you just followed your plan and you didn't, yeah, force yourself into the charts to make profits. All right, that's what a lot of people do. If they don't have a trade on a day, they force themselves so hard to get into the charts, and yeah, they start to react on things that aren't there. Okay, so that's a very important one when it comes down to trading. I've seen this mistake so many times, so that's why I'm warning you guys for it. All right, so that will be it, I think. Let me go through the charts. I didn't trap pretty fast just to see if I'm not missing out on something. Nope. All right. GCAT, I'm doubting about this one. I'm doubting, so I'm staying away. Let's just leave it. Do like NZD cat. Okay, that will be it. I'm gonna use all these price traps. When in doubt, get out. Yeah, I was doubting too much about GCAT. Like you guys know, I have a rule for myself because I know in the past I forced myself too many times into the charts, and that's just not what you want to do. Okay, so very simple. Let me go over the price traps one more time. NZD USD, very easy, very clean price trap. Just waiting for the breakout retest. NZD Canadian, exactly the same. And NZD Canadian is also one of my pairs I really like because it follows up the price trap very good. All right, it happens a lot of times that you will have a clean breakout retest on this pair. Okay, gold, like I said, waiting for two possible scenarios: getting higher above the highs here, trigger the supply zone to then move to the downside, or get the breakout retest to the downside. All right, only interested in downside movements. Why? Look at this massive bearish structure. If you want to break that bearish structure, pretty simple. This is the high that needs to get broken. Euro NZD, same thing, just waiting for a better retest, a cleaner retest, so deeper into my zone, or yeah, just with the right price action. At this point, we don't have that price action. All right, so 30-minute time frame, it is rejecting. It is showing us that it has difficulties getting lower than this zone. So that's interesting. But at this point, of course, we don't have price action. So if we don't have price action, we don't react. And then we have three price traps where we are waiting for the retest. So GA, we can go for the retest here, or we can break our retest to the upside. AD NZD, waiting for the proper retest. And then Euro AD, same like GA, we can go deeper into the zone, or we can just simply break our retest to the upside. Very interesting pairs, very interesting price traps for today. Let's see how it will play out. And let's close off our session on the crypto charts, of course. Sorry, maybe a dumb question, but what exactly do you mean with price action on Euro NZD? Pretty simple. What I mean on with price action Euro NZD is just simply having engulfing candles, having morning stars, having dojis, rejection candles, showing you that the market has difficulties breaking below the broken resistance. Okay, so this point we don't have engulfings, but the market is rejecting. Okay, with the 5-step confirmation, you want to get an engulfing candle as your reaction candle. Okay, so this didn't happen yet, and that's what I mean with like we don't have the price action yet to react on this specific pair. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's clear for you. Now, before I go to the crypto charts, I also want to warn you guys. Give me a moment. Okay, that was just a little package they are sending in. All right, good. So what do we have today is very important, guys. We do have FOMC at 7, not at 8. Normally we have it at 8 and 8:30. Today it's at 7 o'clock. We have the FOMC statement and the FOMC press conference. This is gonna have some impact, okay? So please be aware of that, that there is some big news coming this evening. Also for the NZD, the GDP will come out at 10:45. This is in the middle of spread hour, okay? So please be careful. Be aware that there will be news during spread hours, and that the NZD pairs will move pretty strong during that hour. All right. For me personally, I'm not gonna take any risks on that. If I'm running a trade, if I'm in drawdown profit, doesn't matter. Before the spread hour, I will be out. Okay. And maybe after spread hour, we will find ourselves some new opportunities. Okay. So good. That's for the news. Now, here are all the different pairs. So NZD-USD, NZD-CAD. Let me go over one more time. NZD-USD, NZD-CAD. Then we have gold. We also have Euro NZD, GA, AUD NZD, and Euro AUD. Okay. Now, yesterday I found it very pity that I wasn't able to go over the crypto charts because we are in some very interesting moments. I just put it on this FIP to give you an example, of course. But we are in some very interesting moments. First of all, if we look at the weekly and daily time frame, we see that we had a lot of. Let me just delete this. I can't stand it out if there's too much on my charts. So first of all, the weekly candle closed pretty good as a spinning top above all-time high levels. Now the close was below it. Let me check. Did we have a close above on the weekly? Ooh, exactly on all-time high we closed. But if we take a look at the weekly time frame, it's looking pretty bearish, right? Now, if we go to the daily time frame, we see again, we are at some demand levels, so it's perfectly possible market will react from this point and keep on rising. But if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we are creating some very interesting and obvious bearish market structure. Okay, for the people who didn't react yet or invest yet on the cryptocurrency markets, this could be a good moment. All right, like I said, could be. It's your own personal decision what you're investing in and that kind of stuff. I'm just here to share my knowledge, to share my vision and how I personally do my technical analysis on these charts. So basically what comes down on it, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you what you need to do. I'm just here to show you how you can analyze these charts and take advantage of knowing or possibly knowing what the next move will be. And after being on that 4-hour time frame and seeing that bearish structure, I was simply just like analyzing a little bit. I saw the high, you see the low, you see the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. All right, lower low on the demand levels. Like I said, we are getting below that, so it's getting very interesting here. If we break this, we are in some massive bearish movements. But at this point, what I would see or want to see on Bitcoin is simply getting a deeper retracement back to supply levels and really get like this zone over here that needs to get respected. Okay, so that's basically what I'm looking for. At this point, I will keep my FIP like that. But of course, if the market breaks below the low that we create right now, I'm gonna adjust my FIP to the new low, of course. Okay, but I'm just waiting right now for some retracements back into the 72, 78 area. And if we then go to the daily time frame, I just needed to point this out. We are still on some massive demand levels, so let's see if we can respect that or break that. That's the interesting thing we are looking for right now. Okay, so that's what's going on the crypto charts. Like I said, if you aren't invested yet into the cryptocurrencies, this is a pretty good moment. All right, not on Bitcoin, Ethereum, I'm talking about altcoins. All right now we have some green numbers, of course, but if you see a day that is bleeding like crazy, like red numbers everywhere, that should be the day that you'll be thinking about, should I invest something in some altcoins or something like that? If you didn't do it yet, we are getting some very interesting price levels. All right, I see someone asking about Veracity. What are your price targets? Now, first of all, I want to see like I want to get the market lower to buy more on a lower price. Of course, I've already invested a little bit in this downside movement. Also, of course, in this downside movement, every time the market goes down, now I'm pumping some money in there. But that's my target to buy. All right, these 3 black lines. What I'm looking for to really get the market in the bull run, like with the altcoins, I need to do my research or I need to do my calculations very good. or again, let me say it like that, and see like what kind of supply we have today, and um is this the same supply like we have seen on the peak and that kind of stuff. But for me personally, like getting through the all-time high is a very easy thing for veracity, based on these kind of calculations. All right, so I'm really targeting the all-time high levels. If I get to the all-time high levels, of course, this is a very good moment to consider to take some profits out of the market. Okay, but at this point we are in retracements. You should be buying some dips. If you're not buying dips on the altcoins, you're sleeping on some massive opportunities, and I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that with the, especially not with the cryptocurrencies. But like I said, not a financial advisor, just here to share you my knowledge and how I personally analyze these charts. What are good investment zones for Solana? I will check. I personally don't really like Solana. I know it's a pretty good project, or the technology they built. I know the idea that is behind Solana is pretty good, and there is a strong community behind it. But I just don't like Solana. The fact that it already has like 10 or more downtimes. Imagine having a bank. Where is Solana? I don't even have it in my list. Nope. So so imagine what happens. Imagine that you have a bank with your money on, and it has like 10 times a downtime, and you are in the shop, or you are shopping your food or clothes, or I don't know, and you want to pay, but yeah, the server is down, so you cannot pay. Imagine this happening in the future. Come on, man, that's not what we want. Okay, so at that point, that's the thing that's really, yeah, playing with me, let me say like that. Okay, so oof, very strong chart. Oof, massive. If you bought the dip, let's just say you start buying from this point. Even from this point, okay, 100% profit. Pretty good, pretty strong. All right, good. What do we see here on Solana? Of course, same thing like Bitcoin. So what I would be looking for is pretty simple. We have that downtrending movement. So as long as we keep respecting that downtrending movement on Bitcoin, you will see the whole chart be following that point. If I take a look at Solana, we do have some interesting zones right over here. If I go to on the daily time frame, yes, sir, this should be a very interesting buying zone. And to be honest, pretty much lower. I don't think the market is going to go. You could say like this one over here. Also, if we get back to this level over here, these are like good levels to buy, but I don't see the market getting much lower than these points. All right, if we go below these points, we are definitely going way lower, but I don't really believe we could get there. All right, but let me just put on some lines here, what I personally would look at to buy. Maybe a little higher, right over here. Yeah, this is a very strong level. So these are like all levels I would be buying. All right, and if you see, like, if you would be buying all these things, all these levels, your initial entry would be here, 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 and here. But if you dollar cost average, of course, it will be in the middle. So this would be your entry price around there. Okay. What is your opinion on the halving in a few days? In a few weeks, let's say it like that. I don't think it's in a few days. I don't know how long we still have to go. Halving, I don't know, needs to be halving, of course. Um, halving is a very historical Bitcoin halving. There we go. It's a very historical event when it comes down to crypto, and it always has a massive impact. All right, so based on historical data, we know that after the halving, we've seen a massive parabolic run. We've seen euphoria in the charts. We've seen Bitcoin hitting all-time levels, going 3x and more. So yeah, that's what we know about the halving, what happened in the past. Is this exactly going to happen now? That's the big question. I personally believe yes, of course, because halving, what is coming in, like the supply that is coming into the markets is cut in half. So that means that there is less Bitcoin to offer, but the demand stays the same. So what does it do with price? Price goes up. All right. So in my opinion, the halving is going to have a positive impact on the charts. Is it going to happen immediately? That's not sure. These are the things we should ask ourselves. We shouldn't be asking like, is the halving going to give us a bull market? If we base ourselves on historical data, this is a halving, boom, market, like you can see, boom, market shoot up. This is a halving right over here, boom, market shoots up. This is a halving right over here, boom, market shoots up. So now I don't know what's like the 14 April, the 14th. That's pretty close. We are getting there. But this should be the next halving point. And if we follow up what happened here, what's one thing that really catch my attention right now? And that's because I'm now just going over the charts. So we had a halving over here. Okay. There's one difference from every other cycle that I just noticed. I just noticed this right now. What should be the difference? Let me know in the chat if you see it. Yes, it is indeed one big difference. Let me know in the chat. We are getting with less and less people, but I hope it's still interesting. if it's not, if you're not, if you don't care about crypto, don't worry. You can just simply leave. But yes, indeed, Robin is awake. Good morning, bro. Break of the high. We have never made an all-time high before halving. Now is the big question. Let's think out loud together. Is this a good sign or is this a bad sign? That's the big question we should ask ourselves. Is this a good sign for the market or is it a bad sign? In my opinion, it should be good, all right? Because we already had an all-time high. We are uptrending markets. All the longer term charts are all uptrending. Every single time frame is uptrending right now. And we broke an all-time high before halving. So it wouldn't be surprised, or I wouldn't be surprised, of course, if we start moving down from this point. So if we go to the chart and we take a look at this, if we move down from this point, I wouldn't be surprised because we already made an all-time high before the halving. This would be a beautiful level to see the market get back to and then start moving up again, or maybe right over here or right over here. Okay, so these are three very interesting levels. Let me check what this says in the past. Oof. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. But these are three levels where we can see the market get back to, or we will just simply react from this demand zone. But with the halving in front of us, it's looking pretty good, right? I think people have learned from the past, and that's why everyone is buying now. Only risk is that everyone starts selling again after the halving. Yes, indeed. That's what we can potentially see. But then price needs to stay where it is, all right? Then we need to stay where we are right now. So a lot of people have learned from the past and started buying before the halving. But this could be indeed some very interesting things, because once we are here and the halving is happening, there is a very high chance, and that's good what you say there, that a lot of people will be selling their crypto because they think, all right, the halving has come, now I need to sell, and these kind of stuff, because they are simply not educated, and then we could see a dip. But if the market does it before the halving, it could be that people are already, because there's already an all-time high hit, that people will be selling already, and the big boys will be buying all their bitcoins at these levels, all right? We could go lower, but I don't see this happening. After this massive push, after this massive bull here, I don't see the market going very much lower than this demand zone. It is possible, of course. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but yeah, that's a little bit my vision on Bitcoin, crypto, and that kind of stuff. Bitcoin halving and what's going on in the charts. I hope this was some value for you. I hope this helped you a little bit on the vision, what I'm personally looking for on crypto. I'm already massively invested, like I said, in some alts. If you have opportunities to buy dips on the altcoins, come on, don't sleep, please. Don't sleep on these charts, because what we will see in the upcoming months, years with crypto is gonna be insane. And yeah, I always like if we see the bull run right now, this could be the last parabolic bull run we have ever seen. This could turn into a stock, or like a stock chart or a gold chart that will, it will keep rising, but it will be less parabolic, less strong, less fast. All right. So we shall see. Okay. Don't miss out on these opportunities. That's it. I'm gonna close off right now. It was a little longer session. We went over some cryptos. We went over some interesting price traps. We do have some very interesting pairs for today. Keep an eye out for gold, and of course, keep an eye out for Euro NZD. Also, I just put it on my alert for the retest. So if the market gets back, I know I need to be there. Okay. So thank you all for being here. I wish you a beautiful day, and we see each other back tomorrow morning, of course, 8:30 a.m. for a brand new price trap session. See you tomorrow, guys. Ciao, ciao.